Hi guys, welcome back to another little review. Again, we are going all the way back to the Scooby-Doo Villans. Now, I think I've done all except for 4. And I know I've been using the spinner to choose which ones that we're going to review. But at this moment in time, like I say, I've only got the 4 left. But let's still chuck the spinner in and let it choose which one we are going to do first. Okay, so the first one is the Headless Horseman guy. So all in the two-tone blue, little white spread out gloves, little grey boots, and the big orange pumpkin head. Articulation wise, his head does twist left and right. The arms do a 360, although it is kind of restricted with the cloak, but they do twist right round. He does have an elbow joint. He actually twists at the waist as well, this guy. His legs goes back and forth, and he's got a ball joint at the knee as well. Although there's only a couple of colours on this guy, it is quite bold. A good representation to the cartoon, but like I say, he is quite bold and he does stand out when you've got them all on display as well. I don't really know much about this character. I do know that his name was Elwood Crane, and apparently his head was blown off by a cannonball. So he was trying to steal some form of necklace, I think it was, from the family. I think it was like a family heirloom or something. Like I say, I don't know much of the story on this, but like, so drop us the comments as usual. If you know the full story on the Headless Horseman, let me know in the comments section. So let's chuck the spinner back up. Let's see who's coming on next. Okay, so we've got Frankenstein's monster. So he's in the back here. Quite a tall character. He's got that flat type of shoulder look on him. Deep purple type of suit. And then you've got that popping green. But his eyes are like that beady yellow. No pupils in them or anything. So in previous videos, I have mentioned the character called Bob Oakley. Now, one of them in one of the previous videos was the Wolfman, which is back here. Now, it's kind of strange that the Bob Oakley character, he had four different characters. Well, 4 different disguises, and one of them was the Wolfman. But then look at the size of it, it's the same type of character. I mean, the 2 size figures, bit strange. But back to Frankie. Like I say, Bob Oakley character. When he was dressed as the Frankenstein's monster, he was trying to scare away intruders from an actual haunted mansion, so he could find the actual mansion's secret treasures and keep them for himself. But again, the Scooby-Doo crew came in and foiled his dastardly deeds and was nabbed. But yeah, Bob Oakley or Frankenstein's monster. So let's chuck that spinner back up and let's see who we get next. So we've got the Skeleton Man. Now I've got 2 variations of the Skeleton Man. This is the first one. So he's in these like 2 colour tone blue, like an aqua blue and a deep royal blue. And then he's got that beady yellow eye with like a diamond for a black pupil. Now within the episode of the Skeleton Men, there were 3 of them. And it was all down in like an underwater cave. But the leader of the Skeleton Men was Dr. Grimsley, or Grimsley. Yeah, Dr. Grimsley. He was the head of the Weather Eye project. Now, they used the legend of the Bermuda Triangle to capture planes, repaint them, and sell them overseas. Until, obviously, Shaggy and the crew came in and foiled them again. But, like I say, I've got two variations of this guy. One of them is a glow-in-the-dark version, and I will put him up to the light and show you how he does glow. Articulation wise, for both of these, the heads do twist left and right. You've got a 360 on the arms, elbow joint, no twist at the waist, but the legs do go back and forth, and they've both got the knee joint as well. So I'll just chuck this guy up to the light. So there he is, glowing up in the dark. So I just put him up to the light for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden he does quite glow up. So the last one on that spinner was Dracula. Again, articulation wise, I'll just quickly go through this. His head does wobble a little bit, but there's not really any turn on it. His arms are all one flat mould, so they just do come out. They would do a 360, but they are restricted with his little cloak going on there. There is no twist at the waist and no articulation in the legs either. So he's got this, he's cast in all like the grey and white type of colours, except for the cloak, which is red on the inside and then a darker grey round the back. But again, another disguise of Bob Oakley. And again, he was in the Haunted Mansion, which I've mentioned with like Frankenstein as well. Again, it was just one of the characters that was trying to keep the treasure for himself in the mansion. So there is some of the little reviews that of the ones that I've got so far. I might get some of these more again in the future, especially if I see them on like the secondary markets and they're going cheap, because I'm not going to pay crazy amounts. I have seen a couple on there which was one of the main first releases. I think it was like a clown or something, and they're going up for like £100. I'm like, really? There is no way, especially with like the articulation the way it is, there is no way I'm paying £100 or up to £100 for a figure. So drop us the comments, let us know your thoughts on the collection overall so far. If you're collecting them, have you got any of the ones that I haven't showcased throughout these reviews? But while you're dropping them comments, do the usual with the like, subscribes and tickle that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any others. But thanks for checking in on this one. Next time I'll go through the actual mansion for yous. But until then, take care.